But we begin with that breaking news in the Middle East. Israel now confirming strikes on targets in Tehran and other parts of the country overnight. The attack being called one of the heaviest since the fighting began. More U.S. troops are also in the region. The Pentagon confirming some 2,500 Marines accompanied by 2,500 sailors from the USS Tripoli Amphibious Ready Group are now in position. Happening now, Pakistani officials are hosting talks with foreign ministers of Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt in the country's efforts to mediate the fighting across the region. And Iranian leaders say Washington has until noon, Tehran time, on March 30th to condemn alleged strikes on two Iranian universities or face strikes on American universities with campuses in the Middle East. A lot to get through this morning, a busy Sunday. Reporter Robert Swift joining me live from Tel Aviv this morning. Robert, good morning from New York. What's the latest on the ground where you are in Tel Aviv?
Good morning. What we're understanding is that there has been a night of heavy bombardments in Tehran with one local monitoring group, the human rights activist news agency, saying it was actually the heaviest night of bombardment in that area since the beginning of the war. Now, we know that there's been strikes in Tehran, and we also know that there's been strikes in Bandar Qamir. That is potentially significant because that is a port city in the south of Iran, close to the Straits of Hormuz. Now, the IDF themselves have said this morning and over the weekend in several statements that they have been conducting waves of attacks against targets inside Iran. They said specifically that they targeted Tehran itself and other unspecified locations around the country. Now, interestingly, the IDF said just this morning that it had begun targeting mobile command centers belonging to the Iranian military. This as a result of the command and control systems of the Iranian military having to go mobile due to the damage they have taken since the start of the war. Now, of course, as you've said, all of this, the intensity of these strikes and the build-up of troops in the region, this is all taking place at the same time as negotiations are taking place in Pakistan. Those talks due to take place for 2 days, they have begun. The foreign ministers of Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey and Egypt are in country, and they are being hosted by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Whether anything comes of this, this carrot and stick approach, that remains to be seen, but these talks, as I say, due to take place for the next 2 days.
So, Robert, as these negotiations take place in the capital of Pakistan, in Islamabad, I want to go back to the deadline that Iran gave the U.S. in the last few hours, threatening to target university campuses in the Middle East. What more are we learning about that?
Yeah, so this is a statement that's come from the IRGC. It's being reported in Iranian media. And essentially, they've placed a deadline of 12 p.m. tomorrow, that being Monday. And they've said that staff and students at U.S. academic institutions around the Middle East should evacuate those institutions by at least 1 kilometer. Now, they've said that this threat to attack and that this deadline is in response to attacks that were conducted over the weekend at the Tehran University of Science and Technology, which they said was targeted by the U.S. and Israel. What do we actually know on that? The IDF has said over the weekend that some of the attacks it conducted in Tehran were targeting weapons research and storage facilities. There is some speculation that these two events are one and the same, and that this is a direct IRGC response to the attack on this university. Now, we've seen since the start of the war, often Iran has responded to attacks on a specific type of target by trying to find similar targets around the Middle East and then launch attacks there. Interestingly, the IRGC has said it expects an apology from the US by the end of that deadline, or it will launch attacks of its own. This possibly, once again, the Iranians trying to find a gap in the stance of both of Israel and the United States, trying to drive a wedge in between the two there. Of course, very much unclear if they're likely to succeed in that regard at all.
Yeah, and those universities you mentioned, I've actually been in Dubai. Those are huge campuses, so this is a big story we'll keep an eye on. Robert Swift on the ground in Tel Aviv.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.